Hello and welcome to Alexandra Creates. I'm Alexandra. Today we're going to be making a recipe from Bake from Scratch magazine. This is a special edition called One Layer Cakes. This is available at your local bookstores until August 14th, 2023. So today we're going to be making this beautiful cake on page 37 called a Chocolate-Stout coffee cake loaf. Now this is made with a stout beer and coffee granules, and it's very delicious. I've made this for my daughter once already and she loved it. So we're gonna make it again. Now you'll notice in this magazine, they have the measurements in grams in parentheses. As a professional pastry chef, I highly recommend buying an inexpensive scale. This I picked up on Amazon for about $15 to $20. They have all different kinds, but just something inexpensive for this is perfectly fine. I find that when you measure your items, rather than scooping them, using cups and teaspoons, you just get a more accurate result every time. So for today's purposes, I will quote all of the measurements in cups and teaspoons, but I have measured everything out using my scale. So first we're gonna start with the streusel. In here I have a 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour, 2½ tablespoons of firmly packed dark brown sugar, 2 tablespoons of special dark cocoa powder, and I like to use the Hershey's Special Dark. I have 3/4 teaspoon of coffee granules, a 1/4 teaspoon of kosher salt, and a 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon. So we'll just mix this up. And then I have unsalted butter. We need 2 tablespoons. And you want this cold. And on the side, of course, they have the measurements. So we need 2 tablespoons. We're gonna mix this in. So it's the size of kind of just like little pea size. So I'll just cover that up. And then I'll go in there with my fingers and just start breaking that up. Of course, it's cold, so you have to use some force here. You could use a fork if you'd like that better. But your hands, your fingers are the best tools that God gave you. So this is gonna go on top of our cake after we're done mixing that and before we put it in the oven. Okay. And I just really kind of scrunch that through my fingers and my palm. Okay, so like you can see here, we have kind of pea size streusels there, probably smaller than that actually. That's what we're looking for. Now we're just gonna stick this in our refrigerator until we are ready to put it on top of our cake. Okay, so now we're gonna move on to the cake. In here I have 1 1/4 cups of, this is dark brown sugar, and we're gonna add a neutral oil. This is 1/2 cup of coconut oil. Okay, we're just gonna mix this up. Okay, after that's mixed, we're going to add 1 egg at a time. 1 egg at a time. Come on, babies. Go. And then our other one. Okay, so that was 2 eggs, and then we're going to add our coffee granules. That was 1½ teaspoons. And then we're going to add a teaspoon of vanilla. Of course, we'll mix that up. All right, and we'll scrape the sides. Okay, so you just want a nice smooth batter there. Okay, and then we're going to take our sour cream. This is 2/3 cup of sour cream. And this is Guinness beer. This is 1/3 cup at room temperature. The recipe states to go ahead before your recipe, before you start, and to pour that out so it can kind of come to room temperature, maybe about 10 minutes before. I'm going to mix these two together. And it's just a rough mix. And then I have a bowl that I've already measured out. I have a cup of flour, 3/4 cup of cocoa, 2 teaspoons of cinnamon, a teaspoon of baking powder, 3/4 teaspoon of kosher salt, and 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda. So we're going to mix this up. And we're going to add this to our wet ingredients. But we're only going to add maybe half. And half of our wet ingredients. We'll mix that up. Scrape these sides. And then add the rest of my dry and the rest of my wet, which is the beer and the sour cream. so then we're just gonna kind of fold this around, make sure that it's all mixed. You don't want to overwork the batter. It looks good. Then I have this Ghirardelli 60% cocoa. This is 4 ounces that I've already chopped up, and we're just going to fold that in. Of course, bring in our prepared dish to bake this in. And then we're going to pull our streusel that we made earlier and put that on top. Spread that out. Now we're going to stick this in the oven for about 50 minutes, and then we'll check it, and then probably cover it up with some tin foil, and then bake it until it's done. This was very easy to put together, about 10 minutes. It's a great easy loaf cake to make in a jiffy. All right, here we go, guys. This is out of the oven now, and it's been cooling for about half an hour. I've ran a knife around the sides here, and it looks like it's going to come out. So I'm just going to try to pop this. There we go. Beautiful. I have a platter here. Go ahead and put it on there. And I am going to put a little powdered sugar on top. Clean off my platter, and I'm just going to cut into this baby so we can take a look. Oh, that's beautiful, just beautiful. See that chocolate in there? Ooh, nice and moist. This would be beautiful with a scoop of vanilla ice cream, nice and warm. Well, thanks again for watching. And I'll have all the information linked in the video. So if you have any questions or if you want to buy something, I'll go ahead and put everything in the links of the description of the video. Thanks a lot and have a great day. Bye-bye.